All right. So that call with Carissa was
Oh,
very, very great. I took some takeaways for the ones that were able to hop on. I would love to hear your takeaways really quick on what stood out to you. And I'll tell you mine as I get started. My favorite, and I used to do it on this board. If you've been with me for a while, Hannah remembers I would go live on our team page and I would write everybody's goals down and we would check in often and like I would write how many orders everybody needed to hit their goal. Like I called it like a money board. And so then I attached even like, let's say Julia needed 30 more orders. Well, if she got 30 more orders, she would make $500. So then I attached the 30 orders to her making $500 more. So I had it like calculated in both. But either way, I love the fact that they did that daily. She said they check in daily, like, okay, how many orders? Okay, how many orders? And she said the board is just always there. I really like that idea. I need to bring that back. It was a great reminder. So good stuff there. Who else?
I liked how they focused on making sure that you understood that, like, I just think it's so important, like the whole everybody's rowing at the same time thing. You know what I mean? You obviously you want to reach out to people. For example, I randomly messaged a nurse I used to work with just because her name popped up in my feed and I hadn't seen her in forever. And so I sent her a message and I was like, "Hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever." She responded back was that with she was doing okay. She's been staying at home with her daughter, but she's had some health issues over the last couple of years. And then I was like, "Health issues?" And I was like, what kind of health issues have you been struggling with? I'm glad you've been able to be home. But what have you been struggling with, if you don't mind me asking? And she said, I've been struggling with Crohn's most of my life. And just this last year, I got diagnosed with Addison's disease, which has to do with hormones. And I was like, interesting. And so I just started digging in, but it was just funny because initially I just said something to her because I legitimately hadn't talked to her in forever. And then when she said something about her health and then it came up that it was Crohn's, first of all, I just vomited all over my message. Hold on, Cassie Judgy. Listen here. I vomited.
I didn't say anything.
I know. I heard it up here. I heard it up here.
Keep going. I did not.
I did. I vomited all over my message to her. But then I deleted it all except for the very first sentence that said, I'm excited you've been able to stay home. Or what did I say? Something about how long have you struggled? That's what it was. How long have you struggled with Crohn's? Like that was it. I had how long have you struggled with Crohn's? I'd love to share with you everything I've been taking. It's blah 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 blah. And then I was like, no, 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 no. Delete, delete, delete. So I'd be very proud of me, Kathy.
I am very, very proud of you that even if I have to be in your ear like that, I'm glad. I'm
She's
glad.
always up here.
I'm
It's
just trying
true.
to help.
Like I realized what I was doing. I'm finally to a point where I catch myself before
Good.
I actually send it. So that's good. But like just talking to her and realizing, yes, you're wanting to help them with their health, but like what a blessing this could potentially be. She's wanting to stay home with her kids. Like, and she's a nurse, which is always in like that's my alley, obviously. So that's something that I'm super passionate about is helping more nurses see the benefit of this. So, anyways, I'm in the process of conversation with her right now and getting ready to share with her a testimony. So it's just I loved that reminder that you're rowing the boat and it's not always a time sensitive thing, but it's kind of a time sensitive
Yeah.
thing,
Well, and
but
it's
you don't
more,
have to be in a
it's
hurry.
like dripping. You're dripping on people, not
Yeah.
flooding people. So we have to remember the drip of like the banter. Like I used to say banter back and forth. Like, wow, how long have you suffered with that? Oh goodness, what have you taken for that? Like you're asking tons and tons of questions until you get to a point where it's like, oh my gosh, would you ever be open to? I've seen some great
Yeah.
testimonies. Ever open to hearing? And then obviously you're at that point. So for anybody else, when you get into that and you feel that like, whoa, I just like vomited everywhere, delete.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't, even if like it's fine, just
Unsend.
unsend. We've all done it. We've all done it. Okay.
I have,
Great
I
takeaway.
will say that I have made it to where I look at my messages, and if it's longer than 2 sentences, I will start to cut it out.
Yeah.
So just for those of you who may not be like catching that yet or whatever, like I do that. So if that's helpful.
It is. And less questions. When there are too many questions, then they can't,
Yeah.
you have to make it simple. So simple.
One
And the other book
question at a
I
time.
will highlight again is Exactly What to Say by Phil Jones. If none of you guys have that, it's a powerful book. So remember that one too. Okay. Who else? What else was your takeaways on that call with Gina and Tina? Tina. So. I know, Amanda, you had a couple.
You have to believe it. You just have to believe it's going to happen. And then what was the other one? John, I don't remember the other one that I said. I was going through my
just belief. You were
Yeah.
talking about how you just have to believe it. You have to just keep going and know that it will happen versus
it
saying,
will
I
happen.
think I'll try, or I'll try.
Yes.
Maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, it's all in the mindset. You have to change the mindset, and that's can be hard.
Yeah. Old habits can get in our ways, but you can create new ones. And it does take time, but slowly and surely it will happen. Sam said something. I loved her rethink the way she was posting. Yes, post for those who need it. So if you guys go back and evaluate your posts, what are your posts looking like? Are you offering solutions? Are you offering feelings? Are you offering just products? She said it wasn't until she actually told her story on real income impact. That one, we all know it's confusing, but the income one. She said that was when she realized she was only posting products for the product. She wasn't posting her business and what it's done for her, financially or any of that. And it really was a shift in how she posts and how she reworded things. And so I really liked that as well. So I would, all of us, go back and evaluate a lot of our posts and look at like, what are you casting vision for other people? Because that's what they're on your page for. They want to get vision or guidance of something. So go and kind of reevaluate what you're casting vision for your people that are watching.
I also love the comment, your body is not Amazon Prime. That was like my favorite one line.
I almost said something about, because today is the deals day or whatever, or something.
Today and tomorrow.
I was like, and there's no deal on it. So you can't just make it go quick. But anyway. Okay. Anybody else? Michelle, you were on there, right? No? Okay. I couldn't remember who I was on. It's okay. It's okay. It was a great call. If you guys aren't listening to Brittany Howard's podcast, please go listen. It's very, very powerful. Okay. Let's talk about this month. It is the 10th of October, not far in. I can't believe I'm saying October because it doesn't even feel like October at all, but we're here and it's going to be, a beautiful month. There are great things. So we've made the shift with compensation and everything. So now you're going to be paid more on all of the people's orders that are ordering. So remember that. Remember Punta Cana. Check where out. Like, I like the daily check-ins, and I feel like that's where we can start going. We have the accountability chat. So if you guys are not in that, it's already started. The coaching stuff was already due. And we have really great things happening in that. And I'm really excited about that chat. But I would say in our Let It Rain chat, please, let's go ahead and start doing daily stuff in there too, and encourage each other and just say like, I'm going for silver, and every day you send a scary message or whatever. We're sharing that in there, and any tips or anything that's happening, like share in that Let It Rain chat. And it could be powerful what we can do when we do it together. So I would love to hear what your goals are and intentions for this week and then this month, because we need to break it down. Like today, I can get squirrely sometimes and not having like, I wake up and I'm like, okay, I know I have all this stuff to do. I created, and I do this every now and then, but I'm like, I'm back to it. And until I can mark it off, I made little bubbles on my phone. And I had a lot of to-dos today, and I prayed and I said, God, multiply my time. Let me be allowed to get as much as I can, multiply my time. And I got a ton of stuff done. And so I recommend you guys write things down, write it to do on your phone or whatever. When it starts compiling, write those things down so you can see what is left that needs to get done. So what is your intentions this week? And then what are your goals this month? Cannot wait to hear them. Julia, your face. It's hilarious. It's great. You were like, okay, go for it.
Goals.
Mhm.
I want to be Ruby. I want to be Ruby going into Sapphire. But for real.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm going to back up. Who watched Kinley's call yesterday? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I loved it. But I love the fact that, like, anyway, I'm not going to say it. Everybody go watch it if you haven't. It's that
You
good.
should.
The girl went.
I will
Sapphire.
say something that she doesn't even mention in there that I don't even think Matthew said was that she was Ruby in May. And she was Ruby in May and she went Sapphire in September. So think about that. Like, because when you're Emerald, you have to double your points to go Sapphire. And Ruby is 500 points and Emerald is 1500.
Yep. And then
That girl
Sapphire
is literally, I've been talking to her personally
good.
because I'm very intrigued by her. But she said her and her team, she has been signing 30 customers a month. And her team members sign anywhere from 30 to 40 a month. That's 30 to 40 customers a month, you guys. Like, we're intimidated by 3. That's crazy. But it's possible. That's the thing that intrigues me, is it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. So.
And I think that's the thing that sometimes we forget. If we are truly in desperation, what if you could not pay for your daughter's clothes or your, food on the table or whatever? How would your business look different today if that happened? Like, if you were in desperation, what would that look like? If you could not pay your mortgage, like you knew it was coming and you were negative, if your paycheck is negative, like, what would you do?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, well, it's whoever wants to speak up. If not, it's okay. I just want it, whatever. Like, think about it. Like, I know what I would do.
You talk to everybody and you message as many people as you can.
Yeah. Like,
FYI, I thought I'd put this on here since. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Since we're kind of hitting on this, is I will be going in tomorrow to hand in my resignation letter for my job. So I am talking to everybody and messaging everybody. Because starting on the 27th, I will not be employed by a facility any longer. So anyways, it puts a fire under your rear. I'll tell you that much.
So if you knew that you had no money coming in at all, like nothing, what would you do differently for you to make sure you hit I was going to say Emerald, Ruby this month? What would that look like, Julia? What do you feel like would be different?
Hey, Ruby or Emerald? What are you talking about?
I mean, start Ruby. I don't know why I said Emerald,
Both.
but start Ruby. Unless Emerald's just, going to happen, but.
I'm going to be coaching my rear off. That's for sure. Like, that's like what I am going to be doing, is just offering coaching to every single human being that I have a conversation with, and see how many no's I get, first of all, because that's the notching, but coaching them around their health and getting people as much in this and sharing about the challenge that Carissa put out with sharing what you've made in the last 3 months, for those of us who've been in it for a while, can be really powerful. And so I will be sharing that as well. Because that's the thing is, my coaching is so different. Like, not everybody wants to do coaching, but a lot of people can do this. Like, I'm doing nurse coaching. Not everybody can be a nurse and do nurse coaching, right? And so, but with Plexus and having your own business at home and helping people get healthy through gut health, anybody can do. So it's such a huge potential for a lot of people. So definitely I will be sharing more about that on a regular basis.
I
Good.
think I'd actively look for people instead of waiting for them to come to me, waiting for them to find my post, like
Mm.
really searching the depths of Facebook and Instagram and the gym and church and all the other places. Like, where I have all of these different connections, where do I, my thing is like, where do I start? Where,
Mhm.
where's my main group of people?
Yeah.
And sorry, my dog is like pawing at me.
Oh, yeah.
So where's my biggest potential or biggest need? Like, where do I
Right.
start?
Man, for me, I would start at church hands down, because one, they're already Christians. Not that that's not bad. I'm not saying that we should be going to all people, right? But I would start my wheelhouse at church because I know a lot more people there and I have a more of an impact there. And so that would be easier. And then I would go towards any other area that I am already in. That would be, you know, the kids' school. That would be the gym, other than what your class is, because I don't see half of your people. That would be the coffee shops that I go to. I've been trying to trade it up a little bit, and I'm running into people. You guys, the person that I signed to the other day, like, I don't know if you saw in the accountability chat and stuff, my heart rate went to 107. I didn't take a screenshot the last update. 107, reaching out to her to let her know that she has a referral link. The woman doesn't need money, right? But that's my assumption. I'm like, she doesn't need money. Oh my gosh, she's like, she goes on stage, she's in the news, and she's like very, very well known here. Like, everybody knows this person. And I have just been talking to her like a friend, and it has been beautiful. And I'm like, okay, Cassie, calm it down. It's okay. And I sent the message and I did not die. But I think that I would do more of that. I would do more of the things that would terrify me. And so that's my challenge this month and this week is I'm going to continue to keep doing that. Okay, who else? Amber, we're talking about goals. And if you could not pay rent or could not put food on the table for your kiddos and everything, what would you do differently with this opportunity to make an income? And that's a recap of what we're talking about right now. Hannah put, definitely start at church. Yes, helping people feel better allows them to be filled with the Lord, what the Lord has called them to do. Amen. Cassie, my heart rate is higher than 107 just sitting. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I know. But that just means your heart is full of love and it beats faster, and God created it right now to go extremely awesomely beated. Sounds great. I have not had an active yet. Okay. I'm trying. Okay. It's like the gospel of Plexus. Amen. You guys, this is why I love our team. Like, think of it. If we can pour into people and help them feel their best, even at church, they're already there seeking God and help and answers. Hannah, I actually used your story the other day with my lady. Like, we can be healed. God can bring our healing through these supplements, through other things. It can be his touch. He can instantly heal people, or it could be with supplements. It could be with all kinds of things. And so people are already seeking health and everything when they're coming to church. They're looking for community. They're looking for all of those opportunities to feel wanted and needed and loved. And for us to be able to be that community and share God's word and love with them alongside them, so good. Okay, who else? Anybody else? And then I want to hear your goals. Hannah, I'm going for Ruby. Goals are getting newbies to post events for them and encourage my team. Yes, my friend. Okay, what differently would it look like this month that you feel like is going to impact and be different? If you like had to, like I was saying earlier, like you knew that you had to find and create money like tomorrow.
Well, we are having to find and create money, so it is reality.
Okay, let's do it then. Okay, so what is it? What
Yes.
differently is it going to look like? You're not alone, girl. Trust me.
I don't know.
You don't. Okay.
That literally what I shared. Like, I need other people that are just willing to like post and put their story out there. Say I've started this. Just other people to come in and to help.
I know. Genevieve said
More
something.
exposure.
I know, but Genevieve said something really powerful the other day, and she had said 1 out of 10, you might get like 9 or 8 of those people to post and share for you for a hot minute, but only 1 of those people are actually going to ever get to gold. They might not even go past that. That's why
I
you
agree.
have to continually add 3 people all the time.
Yep. I've added 2 this month, but definitely want to add more
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah.
And you know, and I know that you do this, but it could be just more voice messaging, more meeting people in person, more talking more about the income and business, and look over your, you know, like I'm going to reevaluate my page because after that call, that was really good. She's like, what are you influencing? What are you doing? And what are you posting? So maybe kind of look back. I haven't looked at yours. I'm not saying this is to all of us. Look back, all of us, and kind of look and what we are exposing to the people that are following us. And are we offering this business opportunity? Because everybody needs this right now. We all know that. Everybody needs this. Okay. Well, 2 going for Ruby.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying 2 going for Ruby. It's happening this month, ladies. Like no more like
It's
like,
got
it's
to happen.
it's God's timing is perfect. It's so
Yes, it is.
we have to put our hand to the plow, and I know that what you girls are. That's not again, but either way, when we do that, God blesses it, and I really feel like we need to do those daily check-ins, and we'll all do that. Like if I miss a daily check-in, you guys holler at me. You know, we all are like, hey, Julia, where you at? Hannah, where are you at? You know, Amber, where you know what I mean? All of us are checking in with each other.
Well, I was thinking earlier, what is different now from when I, you know, at the beginning and went Ruby and all that compared to now? And I think I need to go back. For me personally, you all do what you need to do, but I need to go back to the basics of, I mean, I was not afraid to, and not that I'm afraid, I just don't share it as often. But like you said, you shared Hallie's story recently. I was sharing it with everyone. Of course, they were seeing the change in her body too, and they were seeing her healthy and able to run and not having to be this little kid that could run a little bit and then have to physically lay down, catch her breath, and then get up and go again. And like they saw her drinking from a water fountain and not aspirating. Like there were things that now won't be part of her story as much because like she's been doing these things, but I just told everyone, like it wasn't, I don't know. And I think maybe I don't share what God has done enough like I used to, because I started getting in my head like everybody knows her story. I've already shared it so much, like, and I just need to go back to the basics of sharing it all the time. And I want to do more lives and not choke
Hannah,
and have to end my video because I'm choking and I can't talk anymore because it's choking.
I will say,
I think
overthinking.
choking is funny.
I do too.
No, it wasn't funny. It was scary there. That one was
Oh,
scary.
okay.
I had to stop it because I thought, okay, like that one wasn't funny. But sometimes it's funny.
You
So
you
had
get
to
a lot of attention that way, Hannah.
that's what I did. I was like, don't choke like me or something as the title. I didn't say what it was about. That way maybe people would watch until I choked because I choked at the end.
That's like the big recommendation now.
Was it Bob Heilig
or somebody was saying that the big thing now is when you make reels, you're supposed to make them longer. Like the algorithm has changed. And so the longer your reel, you have to save the good stuff till the end. So, cough a little bit in the middle and then at the end really choke. So then they can see you and then you come back and it's all fine, of course. But
I will say you're overthinking reel. I think you're funnier than you think you are. Like that was hilarious. Like,
yeah, true
so
story.
good. So good.
And Hannah, I was going to tell you, I think
you're overthinking reel. The reel that you did. Yes, you.
Oh, my overthinking. I'm overthinking what you're talking about. I saw that and I'm like, this is hilarious. And then I put the question, who all overthinks? And people start, but I was trying to label the reel. I was trying to edit the reel. So then I'm like, wait, people are just like overthinkers, which is awesome, except for I wanted them to see the video, but that didn't work.
Oh, it was good. I saw it today or yesterday. Whenever I saw it, it was so good. But what I would do, did you listen to Kenley's call yesterday?
No, I need to find the recording. No, definitely not.
Because that right there will bring, and like she said, she has boldness and fire, and she does not care if nobody wants to try it with her. She's like, you guys, my passion pours into my people. So then they are so bold and passionate, they are sharing. And that's why it's duplicating. It's because, and I'm not saying that we all aren't. I'm saying that like you agree, or we all need to agree, go back to the basics. Let's get bold again. Let's share why we're excited, why we love this. What has it done for us? Share what we've made in the last 90 days. When I wrote that down, I was like, I would be in a hole real bad if I did not make that right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm thankful for, I know our lives, like tonight, Hallie had a game. So I know life is about, on one side of the coin, life is about to get so busy. But on the flip side of that, like tonight, I saw a lot of my old customers that I hadn't seen in a long time. And then obviously potentials and stuff. So it's like, well, there's two sides to every coin. So I'm going to look at it as, instead of like, I may not get to make everything, especially in the evenings, I'm going to look at it as I am like in person. I can't even, it's not marketing, but I'm whatever with people.
Like I said a long time ago, we've got to date more people, and that's you dating.
Yeah, I'll be dating. I'll date all the people, all the ball people.
Date all the people and watch the calls. But the biggest thing is, don't get me wrong. I don't attend all the calls, and you'll hear it right now. I cannot attend all the calls, but when I see certain calls that I'm like, okay, Kenley is on fire. She just went freaking sapphire. I have been trying my butt off to work for that. What is she doing? So when there's calls like that, I make it a priority. And so that is where I would get those calls and then tap into those. And then that's the ones that I attend, like Carissa's or any of, like, there's sometimes I miss them because I have to get my IPA in. And if we're always doing calls, we never get work in. So always make sure work is priority first, you guys, always.
I was just going to say that one of the things that Kenley has told me, she's like, you're talking about her boldness. And I thought that is just, it's just so true. Like we have a tendency, and I don't know why it is. I guess maybe it's because of the way that people have put a bad spin on what network marketing is. But here's the deal. That's not what we have. We have something that can literally, we don't have what somebody was saying the other day. We don't have makeup. We have skincare, but we don't have makeup. We don't have Tupperware. We don't have stones. We don't have like all these different things that you can literally live life without. We have something that can literally change somebody's life, like physically. And that is completely different. And she was like, here's the deal. I think Kenley actually said that on the call. I think she was saying, we don't have these things. We have something that can literally change their life. She's like, so why wouldn't I tell everybody that they should be on it just because it's good for them? She's like, that's literally what I do. She goes, and I don't care if they think it's great or not. I know it's great. I've had it work for me, so they can't tell me that it's not great. So just her boldness and her matter of factness, and just realizing that, number one, some people may say no, that's fine. That's too bad for them. Number two, if they do say no, it's not necessarily a no, it's a not yet. And number three, she also realizes that the day and age that we live, our finances are a huge issue for tons of people, and this has been a huge blessing to them. I mean, she was a hairdresser. She still is a hairdresser. I don't know why she still is a hairdresser, but she is. And it's like, she's like, I knew I needed money, so I couldn't afford to pay for my products. I had to get them paid for. She's like, but when I saw what it could do, like in general, just being able to travel and not have to pay for it, she's like, why wouldn't I offer that to everybody I talk to? And so just being and getting out of your own head and trying to remind yourself that you literally have a gift, and we should be offering it to everybody. I mean, it really can change people's lives. Look at us here. It's changed all of our lives that have taken this and been in this community. So just wanted to chime in a little bit on that, because that was really something that I was just like, yeah, duh, yeah. So
Yeah, and I really liked that she sent all unique voice messages, complete unique voice messages. And I laughed so hard because Nicole on Christina's team, because I was on the call, I was listening, and Nicole reached out to me. She's like, "You're famous." And it was because I was asking questions on there, and Matthew Aaron knows my name because I send him voice, I don't send voice messages to him. I send him video messages because that's my absolute favorite. If you guys aren't sending whatever you enjoy that will touch somebody differently, you're not going to stand out differently. And that's why I like video messages, because I don't care what I look like. I don't care if I have a pimple on my face and who knows whatever else. I'm going to show them me. And so that's why I like video messages. So I like that she said every single person is different, every single one. She did a great follow-up for customer care too, which was really great. So again, tap into it. It's less than 30 minutes. Great call. Okay. Let's see. Michelle. Oh, Michelle, you're about to go. Okay. Gold. Praying for a business builder. Voice message everyone on my team today. Want to add three more. I'll say wanted. Want to add 3 more this month for a total of 4. Okay. So what is it going to look differently than last month? What would you do differently if you knew you had to make $500 right now?
I would probably be bolder in who I reach out to, and just pray even harder, because I really, really need to get someone under me who wants to share, because that would be amazing.
It takes a while, you guys. I mean, Hannah's seen it for my team for how many years now? There are people, and I will tell you, you think that they're going to be there. Yeah. The long haul. And they go gold, senior gold, like all the things, and then they fall off. So no, I'm telling you up front now, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But Plexus is putting in things now that I really like, Gold School, things like that I feel like are going to fill in the gaps for people back then that they didn't have. And so I could only do so much, but also it is their belief. I cannot work their business. If they don't have enough belief to really want to do this, there's not much more that I can do. I poured as much encouragement and everything that I could in them. It's just not their time. Do I think they'll come back? Yeah, I actually pray a few of them do. Now there's some of them, I'm okay. But I will tell you up front now, this is why you continually reach out to new people. Like Amanda. Amanda is at the gym with me all the single time. Did not know that she did Plexus until about a year ago. We talked about it. She worked the business back then, and did all the things. It was not her right time. And now I'll let you go ahead, share.
I vomited Plexus. Everything. I'm seeing pictures now, and I'm like, holy sweet Jesus, why? Everything. And it's like 5 times a day. And it was everything Plexus. It's so different. It was bad.
It's okay. Different season now. But this is why you continually reach out and you find new people,
Can I share something real quick?
Yeah.
Something that I learned, I guess it's kind of been over the weekend. There was not prejudging or not judging at all and letting people make their own decisions. So that's one thing that I kind of honed in on when I was making the voice messages today, about sharing. A lot of them I've already talked to about that. And I said, I'm not gonna keep bugging you, but I want you to know that um, I want to give you the opportunity because I would hate to skip you thinking that I knew the answer. And I got a couple of, thank you, maybe not now, maybe after the first of the year, different things like that. But then also there was someone that, well, she's a girl that I grew up with, and I really did, I made a wrong assumption that money might be an issue for her to pay for the products. And I don't really know why I did that. We haven't been in contact, but anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, she messaged me. I can't remember, it was either last night or this morning, and she was like, "So, how how do I go about buying this? Like, what do I do?" And I was like, "I can put it all in a cart for you to make it nice and simple." And so we kind of went back and forth today. And I don't know if anybody else has realized this, if I'm just on the slow bus, but um, you can't on the welcome pack, the triplex, you can't use that anymore. So I loaded it up.
So you want to do combos, use combos as much as possible now.
That's
That
what I
way
went
you
to.
can, yep. So do the triplex combo and then add whatever else she wants or whatever it looks like. Those are
Okay. So she hasn't actually, signed on the dotted line, but we've gotten that far.
that's
And I
awesome.
was like, if I would have just written her off
Yeah.
because I thought I knew,
Yeah.
then I could have missed on a VIP.
I think that when we take and we realize it's not our choice, it's theirs. We're just here to
Mhm.
offer. And there's so many analogies with this. Like think of at the Mexican place, they're offering you chips and you're like, yeah, I want another bag. And then you come around the fourth time, you're like, oh, I don't need another bag. So like, but if you didn't give us the choice, if we wanted more chips, we wouldn't have eaten more chips. So you know what I mean? Or salsa or whatever, but it's the same thing. And we just have to make sure we are giving people a choice. So I'm proud of you.
Everybody.
Okay, get some sleep. Let's
Oh.
everybody pray for her ankle because she sprained it. So
And I covered your prayers for Thursday during the board meeting. That's my Goliath. That's my big thing.
okay, tell us a little bit more what that is really fast, and then we can.
Um, God, God has just been teaching me so much, and my boss is, let's just say, she's a very hard person to love. And he has really been working with me on the daily about, you don't get to choose who you love. You need to love everyone. I love her just the way I love you. And, so just really working through some things like that. But she has a tendency to kind of change up things in the middle of our contracts. Like, for instance, I was told that I would get 15 vacation days after 3 years. And then when I questioned her on that, she was like, no, that doesn't happen till after 5 years. I was like, what about if I have that in writing? Well, she doesn't like to be, told no, but I had it in writing, so she had no choice but to honor that. Anyway, so now it's a similar thing with my medical reimbursement. And she's all of a sudden questioning things that she's paid all along. We have a $4,000 allotment for our fiscal year.
Yeah.
And now she's questioning, like, my continuous glucose monitor for my diabetes. And she's like, did that come from a doctor? Well, yeah, that's a prescription. I mean, so I just feel like she's trying to pick and choose what she wants to pay for. And so she is meeting an executive session with the board, which means I don't get to have a say. I don't get, but I really have I have felt like God has just said, let me fight this battle for you. This is your Goliath. And you might feel like all you have is a slingshot, but I did it then, I can do it now. So
Amen.
I have no idea what that is going to look like. I don't really even know if I were to pray for what I want. I'm not sure what I want is fair.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I'm not asking for stuff that is not rightfully mine,
Okay.
but that's it.
Okay. Well, then if we don't know what, well, just God knows. So I was going to pray, but then I'll pray after this. So it'll be
Okay.
good. But keep us posted. And then also what I would do is really look at what you would need to make in Plexus to leave that, like, and what that would look like. So really consider that.
You're on my wavelength.
Well, this could be if this is the desperation of putting your resignation in 2 weeks, what are you going to do in the next 2 weeks to make you $2,000 a month or whatever that looks like?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, when I looked back at the last 90 days, do you want to realize how much I made? I was baffled. Just guess.
15.
Close. And I just, if we did not have that, I wouldn't be able to have my car. I wouldn't be able to have the girls. We would be in way more credit card debt. I will say we're in a little bit right now. Not that I want to say that, but we are. I'm really trying to hit Emerald again, so I don't have to worry about those things, because my car payment was my Emerald check and I haven't been getting Emerald. But to say that I made almost 14 grand in the last 3 months, and it's covering my mortgage, my groceries, like all of those things that we wouldn't have been able, like the girls' school is ridiculous. It's $800 a month, you guys. And I would not have been able to cover any of that. It just mind blows me. And so share this opportunity with so many people, because you could be where I'm at today. If you're bold and if you're truly passionate, and I would say start it today. Don't start it tomorrow. Don't start it whenever and you feel like it. You're never going to feel like it, you guys. I promise you. There's days where I'm like, I don't really want to go reach out to this person that I met with for coffee, because I offered to go meet to her for coffee, and that was hard enough. And I did. So now I don't think she's going to share or whatever, but you want to see what her message was? Because I sent that 107 resting heartbeat, Hannah. Let me, what she said baffled me. Back. She said, hey, I got my box today. Yeah, let me know all the things. Also, I can't refer anyone yet. Maybe eventually. Got to make sure I'd actually recommend it. And thanks a lot. Not a no. Not a no. So there you go. Okay. Michelle, go get some rest. We'll be praying for you.
Thank you all. Love you.
Hey, love you too. All right,
Bye.
everybody else, really quick. We only have a few more minutes. I don't want to keep this long, but I want to hear your goals, and I want to hear, what are you going to do differently this month, today, tomorrow, all the things that is going to look different than any other day in your Plexus career. What is it going to look different? If you haven't shared. Hannah said going back to the basics. She's going to be bolder, passionate. Joya, go. Are you about to say something?
No, I was reading. I was trying to find Sam's.
Oh, mine is in the chat.
Networking. Is there more, Sam? I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I would love to chat with 2 of my customers about the business this week. Help them add 3 and sign 2 more VIPs going gold.
Yes.
Okay, Joya, you write that down, and we're going to make what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this board, and I will make this our daily board. And so we're going to get to where we have, if you're saying gold and every single day, and I know we did this in the past, you guys, don't get hung up on this. We're going to say orders, because these orders are blessings. Once you change your mindset on it, these are blessing other people. So if you have 30 orders that you need to hit your goal, these are 30 orders you're blessing people with their health. So let's get around that. So we'll have like, 100, whatever, every single day we'll check in, be like, hey, still the same, or hey, I'm reaching out to blah, blah, blah. And we're going to cheer each other on this month like no other. Oh, and Sam's going to do voice messages. I like it. Amber, I'm just glad you're on the call. We have missed you a lot. And your food. I mean, that's another thing too, but. Are you doing good? Are you trying to figure out how to unmute yourself?
I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a couple months that I've had a shift in some stuff, and I was finishing up my life coach class, which I still have my homework. So personally, that's my goal, is to finish my homework so that I can get my certification. It's not really Plexus related, but it's long term. It's part of my goal, and I really want to have it done. And so that's what I need to do. And getting back to posting every day, because I kind of fell off on that.
But see, your life coaching is really Plexus related too, because
it really is. And I made a really big choice this last week to really just focus on building that business and not trying to do too many things at one time. And so it's been some good decisions. I also just kind of realized too, personally, I haven't talked about my kids a lot, and I think I need to be more bold in actually setting that foundation of, guys, everybody on Facebook at this point knows I have 6 children, but are you aware that I have 3 autistic children? And these autistic children take extra work, and these supplements make a huge difference. I don't think I've talked about it at all. So I think I need to be bold with that story too.
you see all of us were like, no.
I know your story, but
Right.
you do not mention it on Facebook, and you definitely should, because there are so many people out there, Amber, that you can help with that. So many.
I know. And I also want to start a local Facebook group for moms that have special needs kids. I want to start that. So see if I can get that going and maybe turn it into an in-person support group kind of thing. I think that'd be good.
Y'all can have picnics together and all the things. It'll be great. I love it.
Well, it's just nice sometimes to have somebody local that you can bounce hey, what do you think about this doctor? And
right. Oh, I think that would be huge. And the other thing is, people in where you are needing an income and a business to work from their home so that they can care for their kids. So you're going to be able to tackle one, you're going to be able to pour life into them with life coaching, pour into them why these products are going to be helpful for their kids and even themselves, and then support for them, but then also showing them the business and the community that they can gain. I feel it's all whole. So
yeah, the community is what I've been missing the most. Man, I don't know how much that that mindset change when you don't have that community. And I was reminded, I've had some really anxious weeks because I am doing something different in my life, and it's causing me to have a lot of anxiety. And I'm like, what have I changed in the last 3 weeks? In the last month? Oh, well, I haven't been doing networking with you guys and being with you. And I think that's where it is. My mind's been going down rabbit holes that shouldn't be going down.
Overthinking. So. I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, way overthinking. We also had some deaths in our family, and I went to a funeral, and that kind of, some of it's just been the sad season. So 2 days.
It's okay. Well, we've missed you, and I'm glad you're back. And yeah, I agree. Start posting about your kids, start doing that. And really start working towards that. And girl, your life coach stuff will happen soon. I have no doubt you'll have that done. But in the background, Kinley, so the call yesterday, I'm telling you, every single person needs to watch it. The call yesterday, Kinley went Sapphire, and she was Ruby in May. Sapphire is 3,000 points. Ruby is 500, to give you an idea. And she just shares boldly, and she's a full-time hairdresser. She's like, I work 40, sometimes longer than 60 hours a week. I work all the time. She said, I just work my butt off in the background, and I'm getting, all of my messages and everything done. And so what you can do is, just when you can, start sharing about Plexus more, posting, reach out, do like a minimum of 3 conversations a day. If you could even just do that, get your certification done, it'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yes, I want to. And I do need a little extra. It would be nice. I would actually, honestly, like personally, just getting our family supplements covered would be a huge blessing, because I only get enough right now to cover mine. But my kids, I've got 6 of them on this. So it's a lot of, it's like $500. If I could get like $500 extra a month, I'd be super excited.
Well, let's do it. Let's do that this month. Let's make it.
Yeah.
Post about your kids. It'll happen. Be bold. Start doing 3 reach outs a day, girl. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
It will. We're proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. How does everybody feel about that? Everybody feel good? You know what you're gonna do? Yes, no, maybe so. I just love Sam's face. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm just talking for her. But if I earn Leaders Retreat, oh, well, honey, that's that last part that you just said. You might think that, but if he's like mine, it might be in Hawaii, where he actually is a little bit more supportive. So just saying that. I do pray. I do pray that you are going to earn Punta Cana, and he comes and he sees how incredible this is. I think that will be a start to it. So it was a start to mine. When I took Jason to the first Leaders Retreat, he's like, all right, I can do this. And so he danced, and he did. I'll tell you all that, another story, but it was a great start point. But I pray all of us, I do not want to go on Punta Cana or any other trip without any single person. I pray all of us earn this sucker and we blast through it. This is the 2nd month. Let's rock it out. Deal? No more like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, or man, I'm just going to wait for X, Y. No. Your paycheck depends on it. Act like you have to make this money and have to make this trip happen for your family. And it will. Okay. I love you, ladies. I'm going to pop off a little bit early. And then if anybody wants to work, I'm going to stop this. And then I'm going to stay on and work for 30 minutes and get like a power half hour. So if anybody wants to work with me, I'm going to be working. But if not, if you can't, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.